Happy Lunar New Year! And a happy Valentine's Day!
Everyone, we're gonna make this. Are you ready? Okay, let's do it.
Now have your materials ready and let's get started. Grab your paper cup and turn it upside down. And a piece of toothpick. We need to check if the toothpick can sit properly to the bottom of your cup. If your toothpick doesn't sit in properly, then we need to cut the extra tip. Toothpick is a little hard to cut, so you might need adult to help you cut off the excess tip. I will measure again to see if my toothpick will fit. So now I can see the other side is still not fitting, so I have to cut it off. And there you go. Now it's sitting properly. That's the right one, okay? Next part is you need to cut a slot in the bottom of your paper cup. If you have a ruler, you can grab your ruler. The slot would measure around 1 inch in length. So it's about 1 inch in length. It's almost like if you know you have the piggy bank where you insert the coins into the slot. It's about the same size. So roughly about 1 inch rectangular slot. Okay, so you can mark down your paper cup. So you mark it first, and then after you mark it, then you can start cutting it off. So it should almost look like this. So this is the sample, and it measures around 1 inch in length. So what I usually do is I grab a scissor and I use the pointed tip and poke the 4 corners first. So I would usually poke them on the 4 corners of the rectangle, and before I start cutting that way. And again, to avoid hurting yourself, you might need an adult to help you cut this off. But if you are comfortable and you think you can manage to cut it off, then you may as well do it, okay? So the rectangular hole of your cup should look like this, okay? So pretty much it's like a piggy bank where you can insert coins inside, right? Now that your cup is done, let's proceed to the next part. Grab a piece of card and we need to cut a straight strip. Any color is fine, it doesn't have to be white, and the strip just have to fit inside the hole that we made, right? So make sure that whatever we're cutting, it should be smaller than the hole that we cut from your cup. So now let's cut it. Remember, it has to be smaller than the hole that we made from the cup, okay? After you cut it, you can test it with your cup. See if it fits inside, right? Now, if you wonder for the length, it should be not longer than the size of your cup. So if how tall is your cup, it shouldn't be longer than your cup. Even a bit shorter than your cup is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So a little bit shorter is fine. You can measure them, mark them, then you cut them. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Even a bit shorter is fine. Then you need to poke a tiny hole somewhere center of the strip. So the strip that we cut, somewhere in the middle, in the center of it, poke a tiny hole, just enough for the toothpick to fit in. And you may need an adult to help you do this if you think it's hard and it may hurt your hands. So ask an adult to poke a hole for you, just enough for the toothpick to fit in. And once you squeeze in the toothpick, it should look like this, right? So I hope you guys are doing okay, and we hope you find it easy to make. So my video might be a little bit fast, so take your time to cut safely without hurting your hands. And I'm just gonna make few more for illustration purposes. I need to illustrate some more samples later, so I'm just gonna cut few more so I have some extra to show you. But you don't have to. You can just make one if you like. If you want to do more, it's up to you. but it's just for me to give you time, so I'll make use of it to cut some more. And that way, if you're behind, you can just follow along while I'm redoing the whole process. So the next part I'm gonna show you is how to make a heart. And again, it doesn't have to be a heart. This is just for illustration purpose. You can make Roblox or whatever you have in your creative mind. Whatever you're making, just make sure it's a bit bigger than the mouth of your cup. So measure it with your cup, the mouth of your cup, and you have to create something bigger. Not perfect, again, not perfect. A bit bigger would be better. So I'm gonna create a heart. If you know the McDonald's logo, if you know how to draw the McDonald's logo, this is how you make it. Just shape like a rainbow, another rainbow, and you have a heart. You know that corner of your cardboard? Just draw two rainbow to the right and to the left. It's a trick to form a heart. Just the corner of your paper, rainbow to the right, rainbow to the left, and now you have a heart. You can draw anything in your heart to decorate it or write something, or if you like, you can just follow along this video. You can use your creative mind. Think of something you like to draw in your heart, or any message you like to send to your mom, to your family, to Miss Pilato. This is the time to think, and I like you to use your creative mind. You don't have to follow me, okay? So I'm just gonna make a small heart. This will be my eyes, and I'm just gonna put some black color of it so it would look like a heart eyes. And it doesn't have to be heart. It can be a round eyes, it can be an oval eyes, and I think Miss Pilato taught you different shapes. So in my case, I'm just gonna make this tiny heart as my eyes. And again, use your creativity, whatever you have in your mind. It can be a square eyes. It's all up to you. And here I'm just gonna add some nice eyelashes so she will look pretty, and just add a nice cute mouth. Yeah. I'm gonna shape it and hopefully it looks cute. And then maybe some shy red cheek. So I'm gonna use pink marker here and put some pink cheek on her. Then she would look a smiley pink cheek face. And of course a tiny nose. Now it's time to put them all together. As we put them all together, you can choose between using a Scotch tape if you have, or you can also use glue. If anything that can stick them all together, then you can use it. Remember that hole we made for the toothpick? Make sure that the head is not so close. So press probably about a finger gap. So a finger gap, and then tape it. You can tape it or glue it. I leave it all to you. Now I'm gonna tape them together, and if you see, I tape the side. I cover the sides so it would be sturdy, and insert my toothpick in, and it's about ready. You might wonder why I have a plastic cup. This is for illustration purpose, so you would see what's happening inside the cup. Okay? Make sure your toothpick is in, and then you insert it into your cup, and you grab the clip, you know, the clothesline clip. You grab one and then clip on it in the bottom. All you need to make sure that the clip is not touching the table. So when you clip it on, make sure that the height of the clip is not close to the mouth. That way it has a freedom to move. We need them to move freely. So that's why if you see, I'm using a plastic cup right now so you could see. You can clip it farther in so it can move freely. Okay, so now it should look something like this.
Heart, heart. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
And do you know what you just made today? Not only you made an art, you just did a bobblehead heart. And you know what's cool? This is also science. This is called kinetic energy. Do you know why? If you created something that you can introduce a little force, and the force will transform into energy, and that energy is constant energy, then it's called kinetic energy. It's moving by itself without a battery. No electric, no battery, and it's moving by itself. Isn't it cool? So here's some more few samples. Here's you and me with the footprints on a heart. So again, we encourage you to use your creative mind, and anything you like to put on your heart, you can do it. It's your freedom. It's a freedom of choice. Whatever you like to make that will makes you happy. If you like to do it for Valentine's, or if you want to do something for Lunar New Year, then you can make them. Now you already learned the foundation, how to make a bobblehead without a need of battery. Then you can make anything that you can think of. Right, so they are moving left and right, left and right, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So just take your time to create whatever you have, and then while waiting, we gave you some samples. Here's another one. It's a rainbow card, and it says, "I love Miss Pilato," right? So you can always make like, "I miss you, Miss Pilato. Thank you, Miss Pilato, for teaching us. Thank you for taking care of us." Any message you like to send out for Valentine's or for Lunar New Year, you can make one. Here you go. Isn't it cool? Oh, here's another sample. "Love you, Mom. I love you, Mom." Insert your toothpick. Put it in your cup. And clip it on. Can you imagine your cloth line clips that usually mommy use after doing laundry to dry off clothes can make a bobblehead for you? Here's one. "I love my family." Right? So you don't have to make a lot of them. This is just a few samples of how you can decorate your heart. So imagine when Valentine's Day come or Lunar New Year, and you made one and put it on your mom or your dad's night table, and it says, "I love you, Dad. I love you, Mom," and it's shaking its head. That could cheer up your mom and dad, or maybe your mom and dad want to make one for you. So there's a lot of possibilities. We created a part 2 for this video. It's a fun and easy way to create the lucky cut for Lunar New Year. You can continue or even do it after class if you like.